Portfolio 2, we need to learn how to write equations or formulas in Excel. So let's start simply by putting in two numbers here. So in column A1 I'll put a 5 and I'll tab over here to B and put a 3, and then I'm going to tab to C. To start an equation or a formula that will make Excel do math for us, we always start with the equal sign. So now I start with the equal sign, and I can type in or I can click on cells to reference what I want to do. So the first one, I'll type in A1 to reference that cell, and maybe I want to just add those, so I'll put a plus sign here. And this time, instead of typing in B1, I'm going to use my mouse to click on it. And then I simply hit enter. And we know that 3 plus 5 is equal to 8. Maybe I have a whole string of numbers here. We'll just put in some random stuff. So now I have these tables of numbers, and maybe I want to add all of them together. Each one of these, we did 5 plus 3 is 8. Maybe I want to do 6 plus 5 is 21. Instead of typing all of those again, I can click inside the cell with the formula in it and watch my cursor change. That's very important in Excel. It's going to change to a small black. So it went from a big white cross to a small black cross or crosshairs. And I'm going to left click and grab that. And Excel, when I pull down, is automatically going to refit those formulas to follow that information. So when I look in here, you see that it's doing A2 and B2 is 31. When I click here, it's A3 and B3. So now let's go through a few of the types of formulas that we can use and write in here. So here we'll type something day, and I'm going to do 1, 2, and we can use this patterning again. So I'm going to highlight this. I come over here and click in the corner, left click and pull and drag, and I'll pull these down. And then over here, we're going to do a formula equals, I'm going to put a constant in there, so I'm going to do 5, and to multiply I use the asterisk symbol. That's to do shift 8. So I use the asterisk symbol, and I'm going to put in a parentheses. We're going to make an exponential growth here, so I'm going to put 1.02. You don't have to have the parentheses, I just choose to use them, and I'm going to close the parentheses. And now, because I want to make exponents, I'm going to use what's called the caret key. That's a little upside down V, and we find it by pressing shift 6. I put a caret key, and I'm going to reference the day over here, and I hit enter, and then I can see that if I were earning 2% compounded interest daily, that it's going to get pretty big pretty quick. So now let's look and see what we need to do. Is we need to clean this up because it just looks nasty with all those extra things on there, those decimal places. So I'm going to right click and go down to format cells, and we'll have them all uniform. So I'm going to say number. It defaults to 2. 2 is as good as any, because when we're doing money, see currency, if I were talking about money, that's always going to be 2 decimal places. But we'll just start with number for now, and we hit OK.